All right, I think we're live now. Hi everyone, it's Global Scholarships, and I'm your host. As I hope you're all doing well. I hope everything is going great. And today, as always, we are here with another weekly live stream, another Friday, another live stream. As always, I'm here joined by Ayman. Hi, Ayman. How are you? How is it going?
Hi, yes, I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well too. Thank you very much. Anyway, everyone. So if you're new here, we are Global Scholarships. Uh, what do you mean live chat is currently available? Hang on, let me see something. Uh, is it something to? Does it have something to do with like my connection or something? It says live chat is not currently available. Uh, Eamon, can you see the live chat? For example, can you like write anything? Is it me? Is it unavailable for
Uh,
me, or is it unavailable for everyone?
yeah, I think it's just for you because someone just said hello in the chat.
Ah, hi there. If hang on. How do I? Okay, what happens if I refresh this page? Everyone, get ready for live stream to go down. It didn't. All right. Hi there, Opip. It is great to see you here. Uh, Anyway, we are Global Scholarships. We are a platform that shares informative stuff about scholarships, about studying abroad, universities abroad, etc., etc. This is our website. As you can see, it's a free website. There's no pricing. There is no create an account here. Give us your email. You want to sell your data to data brokers or anything like that. You just go to the website and use our tools. As you can see, we have resources here. We have guides about scholarships, guides about countries, guides about tests and documents, etc., that sort of thing. Um, for example, country guides are very useful. So if you have a country in mind, sometimes people come into our live stream saying, "I want to study in this country. What would you give as an advice?" So, like for example, if you have a country in mind, you want to study in Japan, you can go to our country guide section, click on Study in Japan, and what you'll see is sort of a collection of guides that kind of like every single one specifically tackles a specific issue. Like for example, higher education in Japan. Like what are the pros and cons about like studying in Japan? Hi there, Neon. It's great to see you here again. Like, how do you choose the university? Best English taught universities in Japan, for example. Maybe you want to study in Japan, but don't know any Japanese, and like you don't have enough time. You figure to learn it enough to have your education. Best public universities, best universities with high employability. Applying to a university. Hi there, Kuriku. As always, you're here. It's great to see you. I hope you're doing well. And like documents, tests, for example, different countries have their own tests. For example, if you want to study in South Korea, they have something called a topic, basically a test of proficiency in Korean. You have to take that test to prove you know Korean. And if you get a good score in that test topic, there are a lot of universities that will give you well, like 50%, 70%, even up to 100% tuition discount. So yeah, different tests for different countries. Can you tell me the best course to study now? Hmm. Now I'm gonna defer to Eamon, but I think he also would need some more details about you, like what you want to study, like what area you want to study, what was your education, or maybe you have a country or region in mind that you want to study. Like I think if we get to know a little bit better about you, we can give you better advice. Eamon, what do you think?
Yes, exactly. I think choosing a course is a personal choice, not
Mhm.
something that is made for you. It depends on what you're interested in and your strength in general, your personal skills in a certain field of knowledge. So I don't think anyone can tell you what the best course is to study because objectively, There is no one best course. It's all subjective and it all depends on people.
Yeah. Okay. If you can give us a little bit more information, maybe we can have a better idea. Uh, so we also do have something called a studying AI in the UK worth it, or Canada is better, or Australia. Huh. Uh, I would like to know why you chose those countries. Like, is there a reason? Like, maybe you know something about their education system, or because they are usually some of the most popular choices? Because I think, for example, a good place to study AI could be China, where they have like a lot of new developments in AI area, and there are way more affordable universities. The country is way more affordable, and there are a lot of scholarships as well. Or Taiwan, of course. But Eamon, what would you think? Like, what do you think is the best option among the three they have named? And what would you say in general?
Well, I wouldn't say there's like one country that stands out in
Hmm.
that list or anywhere because I would say that studying AI would be more or less the same in any country. Maybe
Hmm.
within the same country, it would differ depending on the university and how they
Yeah.
approach the curriculum. But for the most part, you're getting the same knowledge. It's just whether the teachers convey the information in such a way that speaks to you or that would be uh good in general, I would say. So it depends on the staff, the teachers that teach it, their expertise, rather than the country itself. So, and the teachers are university dependent, so you would need to go deeper with your research in terms of universities rather than singling out a single country, because there could be one university in Canada that is marginally better than most universities in the
Yeah.
UK, but at the same time, there is one university in the UK that is actually really good. So I can't tell you that the UK is better than Canada or Canada is better than Australia. It doesn't work that way. It's more specific than that. But yeah, so as you mentioned, China is uh, a good destination to study computer science related subjects or big data related subjects.
Hmm.
So yeah, I would I would do more or deeper research into that rather than country specific research. I would look into universities that are top in terms of uh, AI teaching. I would definitely seek feedback from students who have studied these courses because you would get their first-hand experience. They would know the teachers, they would know how things work, and they would tell you if it was worth it for them to do that or to go to that specific university and to study that course, or if they wish they had gone somewhere else based on what they heard from other people. So it's always good to reach out to um, alumni uh, who have studied the course. So we have a lot of stories on our website um,
Yeah.
of people who actually studied AI and they're open to being contacted. So feel free to do that. Otherwise, you can always just look on LinkedIn for the course university and you'll find a lot of people who studied that course and you can just message them and most of them will reply.
Okay. Thank you very much, Eamon. Again, if you have more questions, you can just type them in um, when you feel like it. So, as Ayman said, we have a scholarship stories section. Basically, these are stories that we got from people who have earned like very good scholarships, like popular big scholarships, like Fulbright. Like this is mixed, for example, it's the Japanese government scholarship. And then we have DAD scholarship, German government scholarship, Global Career Scholarship, Korean government scholarship. So you can also filter for country or degree. Let's say you're interested in studying in Germany. There are not that many scholarships in Germany, and the ones that exist are like very popular for like the government scholarship, and you can read about these people uh, and learn how they got those scholarships, which will give you better insight. And as Eamon said, yeah, they are usually quite open to being contacted. So yeah, it's really a good idea. Thank you very much, Neon Penguin. If you have any suggestions, anything that you're interested in, we can ask us to make a video about that. I'll note it down. Um, Another thing that I use all the time, and I think it's a great tool, is our free search tool. Basically, this is you can use our search tool to find scholarships that are suitable for you. If you have a country in mind, if you have a program in mind, if you have anything in mind, you can just type that in. Let's say I just saw Finland. Let's type in Finland. There aren't that many scholarships in Finland, but you know. Let's go. For example, we have 64 scholarships in our database in Finland, but if we reset, as you can see, in general, we have about 4,500 scholarships in our database. Most of these are partial funding or full tuition. Some of them are full funding. If you do not know that, what those mean, partial funding means it covers less than the university's tuition fees. Full tuition means it covers the tuition fees, and that's it. Full funding, as you can see here, means it covers the tuition fees of the scholarship and then gives you something a little bit more. Could be accommodation, could be a living stipend. It could be up to like, there are some very comprehensive scholarships that cover your insurance, gives you like a laptop allowance or something like that. So yeah, we have 4,500 scholarships, but these are the scholarships that we could find in universities all around the world, like mostly in USA, Europe, or other countries as well. But these are scholarships that are given by the university to newcomer students. Okay, for example, let's say University of Tennessee, right? University of Tennessee gives this scholarship to their newcoming students. Now, this university could have other scholarships that they are giving to already enrolled students, like students in their second year, third year, or they have scholarships that they only give to domestic students and not international students. So these are the ones that universities are giving to newcoming international students. All right, so keep that in mind. You can filter here by degree, bachelor's, master's, or PhD. You can filter by location, of course. Let's say you are interested in the United States. A lot of people are interested. We have about 1,800 scholarships in our database in United States. Hello, sir. I have a query. Are the courses for UG Natural Sciences in KAIST English taught or not? Can you please answer it, sir? I'm planning for undergrad. Eamon, do you have any specific information, or we can just go and try to look it up?
Yeah, you'd have to look it up.
Okay, so for everyone else, when they say KAIST, they mean Korea Advanced Institute of Science and Technology. This is the university. So let's go and try to see. This is bachelor. I think we made a video about like English taught programs in taught universities and programs in Korea. But yeah, KAIST, I don't know why it does this every time. Their page takes forever to load. So yeah, we're gonna see that in a second. Meanwhile, everyone feel free to use our search tool. You can filter for pretty much everything, funding type, scholarship type, government scholarships, university scholarships. By the way, yeah, I said these are given by universities to newcoming students, but now we also start to include some external scholarships, some government scholarships, but most of them are university scholarships. We have subjects and nationalities. Usually nationalities do not really matter. For example, we have 4,500 for everyone. If I pick one nationality, let's say Turkey, right? As you can see, we've lost like what, 300, 400 scholarships, something like that. So most of them are not like are for everyone, every nationality. So before I apply about KAIST, application, apply online. What is this? I don't. Okay, hang on. Your interests. Let's start. Let's try to see application guideline. Student viewbook. This might be helpful. Application guide, college department, natural sciences. So, natural sciences, that's what you were asking for. I guess you can also use these links to try and find. Let's see. So, do you have a specific department in mind? Education, admissions, undergraduate requirements. Let's see. So they're asking for English proficiency. That makes me think that education could be in English. Anyone, do you see anything that piques your interest? Grand Challenge 30. Hang on. Yeah, no. Eamon, if you're saying anything, I cannot hear. Yeah, you muted yourself. I can still not hear you.
Oh, yeah, I was talking with, I think
Yeah, okay.
they just didn't unmute me. Yeah, I was looking on mobile and their website is not that good on mobile, so I'm switching.
All right. So we have Department of Physics here. Yeah, this is Korean. Okay, let's try to see English here. Okay, undergraduate program, admin 2015 or earlier. Yeah, pretty much every one of these have English proficiency requirements for graduation. 2020 or later, major. I think. Graduation requirement for foreign students. Topic: test of proficiency in Korean are required to obtain level 2 or higher in topic before entering or during studying at KAIST. Applies to students entering KAIST, as you can see. I'm not sure if it's taught in English, but apparently you have to have at least level 2 or higher in topic. You can, hang on. Let's see. Guides. I'm gonna choose South Korea. And here we should have, not here, topic, yeah. So you might want to look into this one. This might give you an idea about like what level 2 kind of means. So yeah, it is up to 6. Basically, like you have to be at topic level 1 and sub level 2. So it's not, I don't think this would be kind of enough to get the whole program in Korean. But apparently, at least they want you to have some proficiency. Eamon, did you find anything?
I do agree with you that since it's just level 2 is not enough to
Yeah.
have your full education in Korean, so it's going to be in English for sure. They just need minimal proficiency in Korean.
Yeah. I mean, it says level 2 or higher before entering or during studying. So I think if you can get topic level 2, you should be good for entering the program. So yeah, I think that's the extent of the information we can get here. Okay, guys, so as you can see, we have like a lot of information that you can either get directly through our website or through our website. If you have any university in mind, let's say Harvard, for example, choose. So we have pages. You're welcome, Karika. So we have pages for universities. For example, you'll get a lot of information here. For example, very popular universities, we have even admission scores, like admission results. We have deadlines. Of course, we have tuitions, and we have admissions pages. You can just click on any one of these to go to their website to get directly get the information directly from them. That's genuinely what I do when I try to make application tutorials, and it pretty much always works. We have comment section. So also comment section is a gold mine in my opinion. Not only you can see what other people have asked, but if you leave your questions here, he only, as you can see, answers every single question in here. He's the founder of Global Scholarships, by the way. So yeah, this was our search tool. Again, you can filter for anything. We talked about nationality. About subject, there is one thing, when you choose a subject, for example, architecture, what it does is first it gives you the scholarships that specifically mention architecture, like these ones, right? And then when it runs out of scholarships like that, it starts giving you scholarships that are for all subjects. Like as you can see here, all subjects, BIT International Student Scholarship, all subjects. In this context, all subjects means all subjects offered by this university. So if this university does not offer the program you want to study, you can of course not apply to that scholarship because you cannot apply to the program in the university. So keep in mind, all subjects means all subject. Yeah, okay. We have a warning here as well. I'm not sure if we had that before. So yeah, this is our website. It is really helpful. I mean, I use it all the time to find like scholarships, universities, guides, etc. to make videos for. So yeah, it's easily accessible because I'm not an expert. It helped me learn a lot. Anyway, so guys, this is a Q&A live stream. So if you have at any point any questions, just feel free to type them in. Other than that, today we're going to talk about a scholarship. It's the scholarship of the week. Now, every week I try to bring you some scholarships that are like full funding or full tuition that will give you the best value, and that is open right now, right? We've talked about a lot of full funding scholarships in the recent past, so I don't want to go back to them and like talk about the same scholarship over and over again because I would have made videos about them as well. We have a couple of full funding scholarships right now, one in China, one in Hong Kong. But today, the one I want to talk to you about is, let's say for bachelors. By the way, this is how you can find scholarships that are open right now. Let's choose for the deadline currently open, right? Let's say, for example, if you choose full funding, as you can see, we have just 4. And 2 of them are sanctuary scholarships. You are so confused. There isn't that much to be confused. So this is our search tool. Let me take a step back. If you have anything in mind that you want to see about, let's say, if you want to study in United Kingdom, right? Type in United Kingdom, choose the country. And as you can see, the web is kind of messy. Do you mean the website? Because I don't think so. These are the scholarships. These are the filters. You can just filter by anything you want. Or do you mean the web as in the internet in general? Because, yeah, it is messy if that's what you mean. So you can choose here bachelor. And if you're interested in scholarships that are open right now, you can choose currently open. And for example, these are the ones that are currently open in United Kingdom. A lot of them are either partial scholarships or sanctuary awards. United Kingdom has a lot of scholarships like this, like sanctuary awards, like people who are like for refugees, people who had been displaced. So that type of scholarships, there are a lot of those in United Kingdom. Anyway, today we're going to talk about, let's choose all locations. As you can see, full funding, we have like 4, and 2 of these are in United Kingdom. And these 2 we've talked very recently, like Hong Kong. So in Hong Kong, there's also another full tuition scholarship. But today I want to talk to you about a full tuition scholarship in Turkey. And no, I don't think it's your problem. It's just like maybe if you spend a little time looking into what like the filter and how the search tool works, I think you'll get the hang of it. So usually when people ask about Turkey, I say negative things because I'm from Turkey. It's my own country, and I think there, like, you do have a bias against your own country because you usually see the negative things. And Turkey has been going through a lot right now. And in terms of economics, it has become more and more difficult to recommend people to come to Turkey because it is getting more and more expensive. But today I was looking at this scholarship, and I thought, well, Koç University is a really good university in Turkey. It's in Istanbul. It has high tuition fees, but this scholarship covers up to 100% of tuition fee. And but the tuition fee is covered. You like Istanbul, for example, is not as expensive to live in as I don't know, a any country in Europe or any state in the United States. So I think this is a very accessible to university for a lot of people. And yeah, studying in Turkey has its own issues, but well, in terms of foreign students, the countries are kind of like racing each other to be more problematic. For example, it would be more difficult to say you can come to study in Turkey compared to United States. It's not like that anymore. Like USA has become even more problematic, and pretty much the same goes for other countries as well. So Turkey has become just by doing pretty much nothing, I think a little bit more. Let's say a little bit more attractive. So yeah, this is undergraduate international merit scholarships at Koç University in Turkey. This is for bachelors. You can apply for all subjects, all nationalities. It's in Istanbul. Istanbul has a huge, I mean, it has a huge population, but it also has a huge student population, foreign population. So for this, you have to have an application featuring your SAT, IB, A-level score or equivalent. It doesn't give you a threshold that like you have to have at least this. It just like apparently they use that to evaluate you. Unfortunately, you can use this for School of Medicine, but other programs are fine. Again, Koç University is like the highest ranking university in Turkey, and in terms of global, I think it is like a couple of like 300, 400, something like that. It is a good university, and if you have any questions, you can leave them here. It has other scholarships as well. Yeah, four scholarships in total. Tuition fees, this is about $10,000 right now. I think this might have gone up actually. I think very recently people have been complaining about this. But again, this scholarship covers the tuition fee. So you would have to spend like maybe $600 or something like that to live in Istanbul. You have master tuition here. We have one, for example, full funding scholarship for graduate students. So yeah, let's see the university. It is again in Istanbul. It's a very crowded place, so if you don't like very crowded cities, this might not be for you. Anyway, so this is the university. If you're interested in studying in Turkey, some people are asking about that, and I'm usually very, very, very negative, which is not really fair, if I'm being honest. So yeah, you can see more about the scholarship by clicking here, official scholarship page, and go and see directly. from the university. They give you a lot of information here, like undergraduate international scholarships. Um, right, graduate international scholarships. So it's this one basically. Significant Submitting an application without one of the required exam scores significantly diminishes your admission chances and therefore your scholarship chances. You can see the list of eligible. So you also don't have to uh, hang on. So this says all admitted students are first evaluated for a merit-based scholarship by the admission committee on the basis of academic merit only. These scholarships can be awarded up to 100% of the annual tuition. Do not include any other benefits. So this says all admitted students are evaluated, but this also says a separate scholarship application is needed. This makes me think that there is no separate application. I think you need SAT for applying to the university. Ayman, am I correct or am I saying this wrong?
I mean, it could be both. Like, I don't think they're mutually exclusive necessarily because
Mm-hmm.
uh, they're just telling you that if you're applying, you will be you can be considered, maybe provided that you apply for the scholarship, of course. So there is no pre a requirement to be considered other than the application itself. I
Yeah.
guess that's what the implication is.
Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the scholarship. I think it can give you like it is not the greatest scholarship, it is not the greatest university, but I think it's kind of more accessible in terms of finance, like financial, how much you need to spend, more than other scholarships. For example, again, like it is more affordable to live in Istanbul than to live in Hong Kong, for example. So I think a full tuition scholarship might make it more accessible for a lot of people than a full tuition scholarship in Hong Kong. So I also wanted to give you any at least some information about this opportunity. Ayman, do you want to say anything about this, or maybe like studying in Turkey in general, or anything?
Yeah, I really don't know much about studying in Turkey, and I think you would know
Mm,
way more than I do about that. But Koç University seems to be uh, a great university that promotes international education. Uh, all universities that provide the scholarships to international students are always uh, something good to consider.
mm,
Probably Koç University wouldn't be as competitive as some of the universities in other countries, but I would still
yeah.
assume that it's very competitive. The Turkish government scholarship is also an amazing scholarship, and I think that there are many placements at Koç University. Um, so Turkey remains one of the countries that still promote international
Yeah.
education, despite what you mentioned every week about the inflation and how the
Mhm.
numbers don't really represent uh, like the reality of things, and there is a lot of fluctuation. Sometimes you find numbers that change every so often. So that's also something to always keep in mind, the economic state of certain countries when you see numbers of or about the cost of living. So take that with a grain of salt because they might change a little bit, they might go up. So you need to have a fail-safe all the time. So you need to prepare enough or sufficient funds to accommodate those changes. Yeah, other than that, uh, I think uh, th- just based on what we have seen about the university, just the pictures, it seems like an amazing university, just in terms of facilities, in
Mhm.
terms of
campus. And I would say if anyone wants to study in Turkey, uh, this is a good university to consider.
Yeah, I also wanted to add, for example, like this just for example, Muse or Musa, I'm not sure which one is it. For example, this one, Turkey's scholarships are a really good, like good government scholarship. It is very comprehensive. It covers pretty much everything. There are other ones as well, but we're gonna talk about that in a second. For example, one positive thing about Turkey is that in terms of health insurance, Turkey is like uh, I'm not sure if you could say better than, for example, some other countries like United States, but it is way more accessible and it has much less chance of completely bankrupting you. That's something that American people face quite often. So yeah, for example, health insurance, it's not that expensive. You have universal health insurance, universal health care here. It's not that expensive, and I think students get that even more in a more affordable way. And you can just go to another, pretty much another like government based hospital and like be treated. So yeah, that's one positive thing. So yes, there are scholarships. So if you go to our search tool, there are scholarships that cover everything. That would be full funding scholarships, but even for full funding scholarships, they don't usually cover everything. And I don't think you will find scholarship any scholarship that will not make you pay for anything. In terms of any scholarship, you'll still have to pay some stuff. But for example, there are scholarships that cover tuition, living expenses, accommodation, insurance. Uh, like living expenses is kind of what monthly allowance is. So like they give you a stipend. Usually graduate assistantships are very comprehensive because they are kind of like being employed by the university. You even get like sick leaves, stuff like an employee. What? Sorry, our Zoom call is over with Ayman for some reason. That's odd. Hang on, let me just reconnect to Ayman and we'll be back. So yeah, um, the host has another meeting in progress. So all right, I think we're gonna take a second. So yeah, there are scholarships. Yeah, I was talking about graduate assistantships. So graduate assistantships, they're kind of like being like working in a university. So they will cover a lot of things, insurance, etc. But they are usually given to graduate students. Like there are some assistantships that are also available for bachelor students. For example, in Germany, let me show you. Let's say partial funding in Germany. And I'm saying partial funding because German universities don't really have tuition fees anyway, so these scholarships cannot cover tuition fees, which is why they are categorized as partial funding and not full funding because there are no tuition fees to cover in the first place. So let me try my luck with Ayman again. Nope, didn't work at all. So Ayman says, okay, send me another link. Okay, I'm joining. This is weird. This has never happened. I will. So if you're looking for like, hey Ayman, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you.
The question is YouTube hearing it? Can you give me a sound check?
Okay. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you. Hang on, let me see. Uh, Hi there. Ikra? Let me just check if you're also audible in the live stream.
I'm sorry.
Okay, you're also audible in the live stream. We are all good. Okay, we were. Hi there, Gurkhan. Welcome to our live stream. If you have any questions, you can just type them in at any time that you feel like it. So we were talking about full scholarships. Again, student assistantships are kind of available for bachelors too. For example, Musa, if you can give us information about what degree you're talking about, whether you're looking for a scholarship for bachelors, for masters, or PhD, we can it would be easier for us to give you more relevant information, right? Full funding scholarships, one thing that you can look into are the government scholarships. They are usually very comprehensive and very generous. Let me share the link with you. But also, of course, as any generous scholarships, they are very competitive. A lot of people are applying to these. For example, we've talked about Turkey scholarships. We have government scholarships in a lot of places. One thing that we're not asked about as much is AFL Excellence Scholarship Program in France, which is a really good scholarship program. It's for masters and PhD students. For example, I'm not sure if this is as competitive as other government scholarships, even though it gives you a lot, like a great monthly stipend, and you would probably be in a university that doesn't charge you any tuition, so it would be like full funding. So yeah, you can get some of like one of these government scholarships. Other than that, let's see some of the full funding scholarships. You know what? Let's look for bachelor ones. For example, we can see like one of these foundation scholarship for president scholars in University of Hong Kong. This is, for example, open for application right now. As you can see, the admission deadline is August 22. I'm going to share this link with you just so that you can see like what our scholarship pages look like. We have the like level of study, host institution, scholarship type. It covers 100% of tuition fees, accommodation fees, a living stipend, and enrichment scholarship. It doesn't cover insurance. There are very few scholarships that will cover insurance, especially in more expensive places, because usually those places are except let's say Scandinavian countries, usually they don't have a lot of like universal healthcare or something like that. Yeah, you can get more information. We usually have videos of these scholarships. You can leave your questions in the comment section, or you can click here to go and see the scholarship directly from the university. That's pretty much it. I think this is as much information or insights I can give you without knowing your grade or where you want to study. Eamon, is there anything you want to say about like full funding scholarships, like most generous, comprehensive scholarships that maybe in general you want to add?
Yeah, so as you mentioned, it's the case for all fully funded scholarships that you'd need to pay for something. So it's not really like fully funded. Yes, the big parts are fully funded, like tuition, regardless of how much it is. Say even if it's 40, 50,000 a year, it will be covered by some universities. A monthly allowance will be given to you. Uh, even if we assume that accommodation, health insurance are given to you, there are things that you need to pay for, like your visa application, like your airplane tickets, even your TOEFL or IELTS exam that is required by most universities. You need to pay for that. So there is some level of spending that's gonna be on your part, um, regardless of the scholarship. some scholarships cover certain things. So there are scholarships that cover your airplane tickets, for example, but wouldn't cover your visa fees. It just depends on the scholarship. But for the most part, you would need to be spending on something. So you can't just apply and get everything for free. I don't think there is one single scholarship that covers literally everything. There's
Yeah.
gonna be some level of spending on yourself or on your part. Yeah, so that is something to note when asking about fully funded scholarships like that cover everything. So no scholarship covers everything. They just cover the big parts that would otherwise be impossible for the average person, but they would expect you to at least be able to afford certain things. Even say translating your documents, that also will cost. There are a lot of things that cost a little bit when applying for a scholarship, so there is that to keep in mind. Yeah, so other than that, there are many scholarships. The fully comprehensive ones are offered by governments. So you can look for any government. So the big governments give scholarships every year. So the Fulbright by United States, the Chevening in the UK, Australia Award scholarships in Australia, the New Zealand government scholarship, the Turkish government scholarship, uh, the Swiss Excellence Scholarship. Most of these are offered to graduate students exclusively, but some like the MEX or Fulbright or the JKS, the Global Korea Scholarship, are offered to undergraduate students as well. So these are the big ones that cover a lot of things. There are university scholarships that are offered by the universities themselves. Most of the time, they're partially funded, but there are a lot of full tuition and fully funded scholarships as well. You have talked extensively about graduate assistantships and uh, just work positions at universities that are just in the form of assistantships and fellowships. Yeah, so other than that, you can also look for external scholarships, like say, for example, the MasterCard scholarship program, which is an external scholarship that is offered every year, but there are way too many scholarships to list, and you can just look into that as well. Some universities allow you to combine these scholarships, which is good, but most of the time they won't offer you a scholarship if you already have one.
Okay, thank you very much, Eamon. All right, everyone. So this was our live stream. We talked about the scholarship that we needed to talk about. If you have any questions, just type them in right now. Otherwise, we're gonna end the live stream. But we'll be here next Friday. Next Friday, I actually might take a day off. But we probably will be. If we're not here next Friday, we'll be here the one after that. We are here every Friday. We do these live streams, Q&A live streams to help you with your questions about scholarships and talk about some opportunities that are open. So yeah, if you are interested in, you can just like subscribe to our YouTube channel or visit our website. Our website is really full of information. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. If you're watching this video like after the live stream, thank you for watching. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll be here next Friday. Eamon, thank you for joining me here today.
Of course, yes. Thank you for having me.
All right. Okay, everyone. See you next Friday and have a nice week. Bye.